Hey guys, it's Danny. Today we are making finally a greenhouse tour, and my burdens, they're in that time of the year, I guess, where they're very cuddly with each other and they're gonna lay some eggs, and it's just so cute. I have to show them to you. Right, so today, let me try not to give you a headache. Today we are doing the greenhouse tour. If we're not gonna do this now, I don't know when we're gonna do it, because I have been working in the grow space and it's not finished. I still have a lot of things to do, but I want to kind of give you the layout of things and how I plan to move forward. I know I've been promising this tour for a while, so let's just get to work. This will replace a little bit the 10 orchids you should have this month. We're gonna start it back next month, no worries. And I will show you the orchids that I do have in bloom right now, and yeah, just explain a little bit my idea of the greenhouse. Hope you will enjoy this little very late tour. So let's start with this side. Pretty much a very temporary setup. These are my two betta tanks, which will not remain here. They will be put on the other wall, which it's a little bit of a mess. Maybe we're not gonna look at that particular wall today. But yeah, this is where the little fishies are residing at the moment. Here's little Mara. Maybe you know her from my other channel. And this is little Johnny. He's somewhere in between the plants, checking out stuff. He's a good boy. Then we have the little burdens, which are now very busy. So we're not gonna enjoy them too much this video outside, because as you can see, they cannot be bothered at the moment. By the way, this is Joey, this is Maya. Joey is always so smitten for Maya. Maya loves her a lot, but she's more, let's say, independent. But now, oh my goodness, look at them, they're so sweet. Now they're both smitten for each other, but always Joey puts her beak or her head under Maya's little feathers. I don't want to disturb them, but I just want to hug them and kiss them right now because they're so sweet. So yeah, this is when they're gonna lay their eggs, and for the next month they will be busy with the eggs pretty much. Alrighty, let's move forward. Here I have a little bit of a shelf that I seized from my husband. He doesn't have CDs anymore, so I got this shelf for the greenhouse, and I store here some stuff like aquarium products and some pots. This is an IKEA shelf, and I do believe is more than 10 years old at this point. Do you remember? Does IKEA still have it? This was a great shelf for CDs back in the day, but we don't have CDs anymore, so it's great for storing things. And this is the first Visto shelf. So what I did was I put all of the tall Visto shelves here on the side, and in the back there I have the short Visto shelves, and I think we're a little overexposed. Yeah, this looks better. Right, so there is no order of the way that I display orchids right now, because all of them will come out and they will be sprayed against pests. So right now it's not really the order in which they will remain. I will move them around, but they have to sit somewhere. So here, what I wanted to show you is that all of my okay, they're Phalaenopsis now, but they used to be Doritis. All of my Doritis are actually spiking, or most of my Doritis. I have a few there as well. Here's another one there. So I think it's their season. Doritis, now called Phalaenopsis, they are upright growing phals, and the flower spikes don't arch, they are upright, because in nature they do actually grow on rocks at soil level, they don't grow on trees. Hence why them and their hybrids don't look very arched and also don't grow very tilted. Now that they have been reclassified as Phalaenopsis, who knows? Like, who knows how the orchid will look like. Back in the day, you remember DTPS? Yeah, that was Doritanopsis, because it was like a hybrid. So you would know that that hybrid might look a little bit different, might have straighter flower spikes, might grow upright. Now you don't know. I have an issue with reclassification, but hey, what to do? Here on this shelf, here are my slipper orchids, and oh, they're dusty. They need a shower. But a little bit of a highlight here Let me fix a little bit the exposure. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the Paphiopedilum Vanda M Pearman. And now I have 2 flower spikes with 3 flowers total, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Very, very pretty slipper orchid. It's also a very reliable bloomer. Also, I did mention in a community post that I found these lovely, very whimsical pots at a local shop. Well, yeah, I got a few more and I think they look great with my Paphiopedilums. These particular ones have a hole on the bottom, but it is covered, as you can see. So they can be used both as cash pots or decorative pots as well as normal pots. The problem is they're slightly brittle. Can we see here? I think they are made out of cement, and if you bang them slightly together, this will happen. It's not very noticeable, I'll have to be honest. I didn't do this. This is how I purchased them. Probably in the transport or arrangement in the store, they got a little bit chipped. So yeah, they're really brittle. I think that if I drop one on the floor, it's done. So I have to be very, very careful. The upside though is that they are not plastic, they're not resin. So that is great. Nothing super interesting to show you here, except for, and I'll give you a better look at this one in a different video with updates. Oh, somebody decided to come out. So this is my Cymbidiella. Do you remember her? Yeah, I still have her and she looks really pretty. We're gonna talk about her in a different video. Right, temporary settlement here. Some of these plants need potting. Some of them really have some pests, so they're a little bit separated. All right, here is my rootstock cabinet. It is not optimized, so there is still space. It's always good when you have more space. I had a little mishap with that orchid. I think one of the LED tubes fell on it and I didn't notice it in time, and I have a little bit of burn going on that leaf, but it's okay. It's not something very bad. Here I have a few more oncidiums that need repotting. We'll get to that as soon as possible. I'm getting a little bit more confident with oncidiums as well, since I have some insecticides at my disposal. So I'm trying slowly and surely to rebuild my oncidium collection. It's just gonna take a while. Here, what do we have here? Oh, we're starting with the kitties, the Cattleyas. The Cattleyas are the most gorgeous orchids that I have. And I'm not gonna go through all of them because I have a lot of them. I think I'm gonna specialize in them. But I have one here that I'm very excited for. It has a sheath. Do we see it? It's the first time it will bloom, if it decides to bloom. Although this growth looks very good. And, oh no, wait. It's the Qing. No, it's not a first-time bloomer. I just didn't see it in bloom in a long time. There's another one which is a first-time bloomer, I think, that I was excited about. I just don't remember which one. So yeah, very excited about that one. Kitties are starting to do great. Finally, they really do enjoy growing in moss here. Oh, I think this one. I think I feel something here. This is a newer one. This is Taiwan Mermaid, and she's supposed to look very, very nice. So I'm really hoping this growth will bloom because the growth is big enough. And here we have a few more oncidiums. I also put here my Catasetum type orchids, which so far so good. They're doing okay. That's the lava burst. Look how massive it grew. It's wonderful. And that's a new oncidium. It's a Brassocatanthe hybrid, I believe. Sort of looks like a spider orchid more, right? I miss my spider orchids, so I kind of want to have more of them. Right, moving on. Same type of thing. I need to assign these guys some places. I need to get to them because either they have pests, either they need some repotting or intervention. Do you remember this fowl? Yeah, with the crown issue. So these are problematic stuff. Here, in the rootstock cabinet though, we have some summer blooming Phalaenopsis. I will keep my summer bloomers in the rootstock cabinets. And I'm also trying to see if I like these cabinets more with the black background or with the white one. This is just some paper that I attached with some magnets because this is a metal cabinet. So I am seriously considering to paint the background. But before I go ahead and do such a permanent, let's say, alteration, I want to see if I like this more, like with the white background rather than the dark background. Here are my bulbophyllums. They're doing pretty okay. They seriously need repotting. They've been in these pots for 3 years. So yeah, they need repotting. The pots are full of roots and they're getting dehydrated. But yeah, I really like these rootstock cabinets, and I do believe summer bloomers will do great here. Here we have more kitties, because why not? I want to have all the kitties. Cattleyas, I mean. I have a little bloom here from my Jungle Eyes. I think I showed you in a previous video that we have buds again. This one blooms multiple times a year, grows really nice. This bloom is not distorted, so that's really great. It's kind of growing out of its pot. It started to grow really fast, and that is good. And yeah, a few more Phalaenopsis. I need to find the place for them. We have buds from the, is this Jairak? Yeah, I think this is her. Beautiful orchid. This, do you guys know who this is? Some of you really won't know. Oh no, the tag is kind of stuck. Let me try to remember. Like a million years ago, I had some Cattleya seedlings. This is one of them. I have a few more. Cattleya hardiana. I have this one ever since she was like this, a baby. And this is the most impressive cane she's growing. So she's not gonna bloom probably. I don't see a sheath or anything. No, but she's getting mature. So hopefully, if I don't stress her out, which I don't plan to, we're gonna have flowers very, very soon. Here are the new orchids that I purchased, the whole watch. I need to repot them, but I'm waiting to film pretty much. So they're a little bit on hold, but they're all here. And here I have, again, just some random kind of plants that are not assigned a place just yet. This is the Jimminey cricket. I have a problem with this one, and I think it's the thrips yet again. So I have a lot of these things, a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of, let's say, dried buds. This is a dried bud. Do we focus? There we go. So I had a lot of dried buds and missed opportunities. This orchid is massive at the moment. I'm considering to chop it a little and, I don't know, keep a smaller division of it. We'll see. Although I do enjoy the idea of having a million flowers from it because it's special to me, but I do have some issues with the blooms. So hopefully the situation will get resolved once I apply the insecticide. But yeah, that's why you didn't see the Jimminey cricket in bloom for a little while. I mean, it's massive and it's healthy. I just lose the buds, and I have a feeling it's the thrips because she's not the only one that I lost buds with. This I filmed. This is a Monstera Thai Constellation. Yeah, it's not an orchid, but I've always wanted this one. The price was just so prohibitive though. I am not paying hundreds of euros for a plant. It's just, listen, I'm a plant lover. I adore plants. Heck, I make a living out of plants. But I would never spend 600 euros on a plant. I can't. I'm not paying that much for a plant. I'm sorry. Is it just me? I get it if you have the funds. That's great. Go ahead. Even if I had the funds, my heart, paying that much money for a plant that can die. Imagine paying that much money and having thrips destroy my plant. Imagine what that would do to my heart. I can't. The anxiety is just off the roof. They're much cheaper now, so. Finally, I got to get a Monstera cutting, which was like 60 euros or something like that, but just, you know, more tolerable than 600. And let's move on from the Monstera. Here I have the tiny Visto shelves, which if you remember behind me, this is where I film, by the way, it might move this spot. But if you remember behind me, I had the taller Visto shelves. I have a problem now, and some of the videos that will come will not be probably in the same manner because here I have a window and now it's not sunny and still it's very bright. Well, having bright light from behind you, it's not a good thing when you film. The exposure is everywhere. I kind of need to find a solution or move my filming place from here, but this is the best place for this shelf. So I don't know where I'm gonna film. That's why the videos that will come this week will not be in my usual spot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. In this video, as you can see, I'm giving you a tour. I'm not sitting on my desk. because I did not figure out the filming situation just yet. But this is where that background used to be. So here are all my little mini phals, and I guess medium-sized phals. They're all here and they're all gorgeous. I found the most beautiful pots for them. I repotted one of them just to see how the process goes, but I will film some other repottings. This is a self-watering pot. Can you tell? Maybe you cannot. I don't know if I should pick this orchid up because I just repotted it. Oh, it sits. That is the reservoir. And as long as I am careful not to put too much water here, then I will not have issues, because the reservoir, you know, if I put too much water, it can overflow. But that's the reservoir which is integrated in these pots. I find it very adorable, and the pots are a little taller, which are good for Phalaenopsis, which do tend to lean over or create flower spikes that are pendant. So I have 13 more pots that I found. Hopefully I can find more. There were good prices as well. And I want to repot all of my mini phals in those types of pots. My mini phals, they're beautiful. I just have an issue with them. As they grow, they get super thirsty. And in my environment, in my climate, I just can't deal with normal pots with them. They're too much. They're beasts, as you can see. I'm growing them to full capacity, or full potential, as I like to call it, and that requires a lot of resources, and it's a little overwhelming. I mean, the result is gorgeous, but I need self-watering pots for them. So I think these are an amazing solution. Inside, I do still have sphagnum moss, which is very airy. Like, this pot is not full of sphagnum moss. It is just enough to pick that water from the reservoir and pull it up, but it's not full of moss inside. It's just enough to maintain humidity. Imagine filling that pot with moss. I would be out of moss like in a day. No. So I'm gonna show you in the video how this goes. These are some cacti that I put in these globes a long time ago, and they're doing good, but I think I'm gonna donate them to a family member, because they're really enjoying these plants. And me, you know, they're better grown outside. I don't have conditions outside, so I'm gonna donate them. And I have a very good idea for these globes. I tested something out. I have a very good idea for something. I just don't have the orchid for that something. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Okay, so expect a project with these and orchids really soon. Here up top, guess what? More kitties. And not only a few Vandaceous orchids, and a few stuff that I need to assign. One thing that I do intend to do is hang a few orchids from my curtain rods here. One of the rods is not used, so I can definitely hang something there. So the bigger Cattleyas, I'm thinking maybe I can hang maybe some of the Vandaceous orchids. We'll see. I will hang a few plants, but this, I want it to be a very clear shelf for the highest or the tallest Cattleyas that I have, such as these guys. You cannot really tell, but they're incredibly tall. Now, let me show you my pride and joy, and we're gonna talk about this in a video that I will do on why I gave up leca, because I actually used the leca for the Monstera recently. So I thought, well, I never actually addressed it in a video. I only addressed it in like updates or different videos, but I wanna guide you point by point through why I ended up giving up leca, what didn't work out for me. Maybe it will give you some ideas if you live in a climate similar to mine. I'll also tell you what I liked about the leca, but you know, just final conclusions, because I get to this day questions asking me why I gave up leca, and I realized that's just because I don't have a dedicated video on this, like with the title, only that. So I'm gonna make it, and this will be featured in that video, because this orchid I have for a lot of years. This is the Loddisong, or Chian-Tzy Loddisong Summer Beauty. I received this one from one of you lovely viewers a million years ago, many years ago, 6 years ago at this point, I believe. I had it bloom once. It is gorgeous. I've never had it grow like this, ever. This is like, she's as tall as my forearm, which I cannot show you, but she's very tall. Of course, we have buds. Never have I ever grown this orchid this good, and that's just because of the setups that I was using, because they didn't have synergy with my climate and myself. And once I got to the moss setup, which is not magic, it's just good for me, that's all. Once I got to this setup that works so well for me, I'm getting full potential. She's not the only one. So I'm so excited. I just hope I get rid of thrips, because if I lose the buds, I'm gonna be so upset. Here's another full potential there. Do we see her? There we go. That's my Cheetah. I've had this one for years as well. She's done great. She's done beautiful blooms, but none as beautiful and magnificent as those. And I think she can do more than that. And that's just because of the setups. So we're gonna address all of those things and how the setup you choose, even though, you know, orchids can be grown in multiple types of way, the setup you choose, if it has synergy with you, then you're gonna witness magic, pretty much. This is magic. I've never ever thought this actually grows so tall. Never. But yes, it does. If it has resources, it does. So we're gonna address that, because obviously with Leca, I did not get full potential. I got good results, okay results. I am aiming for full potential. Like, I can't. Once you get a taste of it, you cannot. Alrighty, so we're gonna talk more about it then. Oopsie, here I have a little Phalaenopsis. This is Sogo Grape. She's not assigned just yet. I need to put her somewhere, but she has these pendant blooms. I don't know where to display her, so I display her here. In the back, we have another Brassocattleya type with a bud. Here in the, what is this? Mills bow cabinet. We have some Vandaceous types of orchids, Renantheras. My Monachica is in full bloom there. That's another Renanthera, I think it's the Vietnamensis, having blooms there. This one has a spent flower spike. I'm doing so good with Renantheras. I want more. I'm doing better with them than with the Vandas, which, such a drama with Vandas. I don't think I have many Vandas left because, yeah, they're orchids for growing outside. And I don't really have the conditions that work out for me outside, so I'm kind of with Vandas. So here I have an unassigned Oncidium. He will not continue here, but you remember this guy. It's the Tiny Twinkle. We put him in self-watering and he adores it. I still have 2 empty self-watering pots from rePotme. They sent these pots to me. I didn't purchase them because they're my collaborators. And I have 2 more self-watering pots like this. I'm thinking one will go to the Solageny and one maybe to my Maxillaria tenuifolia here, because she's thirsty. Like, she looks good now, but if I skip watering or if I forget to water her, I go too much, 1-2 days, oh, she looks like a raisin. So she doesn't like it. So maybe she will get the other self-watering pot and maybe she will get hung there. I think she will like it. So, oops, did I make you a little bit dizzy? I'm sorry. Here, I have space for some more stuff. Nothing is assigned where it should be. Some more Cattleyas, and here my old Monstera. Don't worry, I filmed a video giving an update. I have ants, it is what it is, and they're attracted to the soil that these jewel orchids are in. So yeah, I have to address that as well. But yeah, if you see ants, yes, I have ants. I'm working on it. So this I shall address in a video. It started to grow only white leaves, and you know what happens. Some of you might know what happens when Monsteras only grow white leaves. They need chopping. I forgot to show you. I have some more jewel orchids there. They really don't like highlight, so that's why I moved them there. Then, oh, I'm not gonna show you the entirety of this shelf because I forgot to clean it up and it looks bad. But this is my Tolumnia shelf. These are the other very whimsical pots that I found. And look at them. These ones do not have drainage holes. They're just decorative. But they're so pretty. Look how pretty they are, and look how good the Tolumnias look. I have some bad news to share with you guys. Remember I told you that I filmed when I pollinated my Tolumnias and all of that? My hard drive burned, so I lost the footage. Oh no! So I'm gonna have to repollinate some other Tolumnias to show you how I got the seed pods. Now I'm just so deflated that I lost that footage together with a lot of other footage. I'm so disappointed in that I'm not even in the mood to sow the seeds, but I will sow the seeds. It's just such a disappointment that I will not have like the complete story. That, yeah, it kind of sucks. But I will sow the seeds. I just didn't focus on it way too much anymore because I was very disappointed that happened. So above here, some unassigned Cattleyas, you know, this one and this one. Isn't she adorable? If we can just focus, thank you. Isn't she adorable? It's a Brassocattleya hybrid, and this is, oh, what's your name? Toung Star? Something like that. Don't worry, I have footage of it. We're gonna show it off in our 10 orchids you should have video. Don't worry, she is amazing. Look, also fragrant, very nice. Some houseplants. I really like this Renanthera, and another D12 shelf which has a few more orchids that need to be placed somewhere else. And you know what, guys, that is about it. Hello. Honey, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. No? Okay, no. So this is my filming table, which will not remain here. Pretty much she's gonna move, I guess, opposite to this wall because I have a better background, right? And I don't have backlight, which is important. Here on this wall I have backlight, so that's a problem. But until I figure out how I'm gonna do this, it's gonna take a little bit of a while. But I'm happy I kinda managed to move everything and put everything in place. But yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm always in a work in progress. Do you notice? I think I enjoy moving things around. I don't think I like things to be put. Oh, I actually forgot to show you. I removed the shelves from this wall because I'm gonna put a big aquarium on this wall, and it's gonna be the aquarium wall. And here I have some temporary little setups, tiny little tanks that I'm holding my plants and my fish in until the big tank is ready, which will take a little bit. It's just temporary, just for now. I still have my fish. They just need to go in a bigger tank. And also I have my shrimp rack, which, you know what, I'm gonna give you a better look at on my other channel because I don't think you're interested in this. You are here for orchids. And there we have it. This is the tour. There are some orchids that I forgot to show you. They're unassigned. That's my Brassocattleya cuculata. Nothing to show really. I will pick this up maybe at some other time when the other tank will be ready, when goodness. Well, somebody wants some food. So yeah, when my other tank will be done and the room will be completed, I'll give you another tour. But you know what? I promised you a tour for so long that it's kind of time to deliver, even if it's not complete, even if I still have a lot of things to do, right? So I hope you've enjoyed this tour. This is how I keep my orchids, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, from now on, once I'm really starting to kick the thrips butt, I'm really hoping to have more Cattleya flowers, because those are the problems for me. The buds of the Cattleyas and the sheaths actually are constantly being attacked, and I don't get Cattleya blooms, and I should like get millions of blooms in this climate. I have no excuse because I live in such a warm climate. So I'm hoping I get to show you more Cattleya soon because the setup is fantastic for them. I got the setup right, I just need the blooms now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little tour, and I'll keep you up to date with everything. If you have suggestions for videos, updates, whatever, if you saw something that you want me to show more of or talk more about, just let me know in a comment and I will. Honey, that's not okay. That's not a landing pad. The burdens are much more animated when I'm here. When I'm not here, they're very chill, but when I'm here, it's time for mischief. So yeah, that is about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have some updates and some video ideas coming soon, but if you have more, please let me know. If you want me to show you other stuff in particular, please let me know. And with that said, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you've enjoyed this very, very late tour. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.